Yo, what's up, Blackish fam? Someone in the comment section said I should check out Montana of 300, Rap God. Never heard of him. I don't really know what to, but yo, I'm always willing to check out some new music. Without further ado, let's get right to it.
You think of God, and they say He's the creator and the destroyer. So as an artist, I create, and it's like whoever gets on the same canvas with me, I'll destroy you. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at myself as the creator and the destroyer. We look at God as to be a teacher or a healer. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of music like that, and I also feel like every element of hip hop lyrically, I have mastered all of that. This life is deep and dark as the ocean floors, filled up with bones of the stolen slaves who jumped overboard. Defend their goals in a system we ain't supposed to score. They wanna shatter our dreams and see us broken board. Blackball a nigga who gives.
Yo, he's saying, if you guys seen Wakanda, you probably know the reference. There's that very poetic scene. A few seconds just to make sure that we don't miss anything. But yo, this cat came out swinging, right? If you heard the reference, if you guys have ever seen Wakanda, right, or Wakanda Forever, I forget the, but right at the end when old boy's dying, he gets stabbed by the Black Panther, right, and he says, "Bury me in the ocean," right? He says, "with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage." Bro, just such a sick quote, right? Like, think about that. If you knew that you were going to be enslaved, raped and beaten, and you would always forever be nothing more than a slave, what would you do, right? You're taking on the ship. You can die and go out the way that you want to go out, or you can be enslaved in whatever they're going to give you. And I don't know. That's a tough question, right? It's probably the toughest question. But there's a level of respect that you had to give for those people that were like, nah, I'm not going to be a slave, and none of my ancestors will be slaves. We will never answer to you. And they went with it, right? The ultimate sacrifice. Run it back a little bit.
I've mastered all of that. This life is deep and dark as the ocean floors, filled up with bones of the stolen slaves who jumped overboard. Defend their goals in a system we ain't supposed to score.
He said, this system, right? We always reference this as this judicial system wasn't built for us. You have to remember that some of the original authors, right, of the Constitution were people that were okay with having slaves, and some may have had slaves themselves. So think about that. It was legal to have slaves. It was legal to treat your slaves like property. And at one point, there was also, you were considered 3/5 of a man. Of course, we have Jim Crow. And now we're protesting. We're trying to get recognition from a system that was never designed with us in mind. And that's very intelligent. I'm liking what I hear so far, even though I'm only a few seconds in. Let's get right back to it.
Who jumped overboard, defend their goals in a system we ain't supposed to score. They want to shatter our dreams and see us broken board. Blackball a nigga who gives a fuck, let him close the door.
Yo, when people close doors on you and they use their connections against you, it's called blackballing you in the industry, right? If you get beef with somebody, let's say, right, I own a marketing company in the greater Chicagoland area, but I know 5 or 6 other marketing companies, and I know the leadership at those organizations, right? If I really want to be a prick and you rub me the wrong way, I might blackball you. I might hit up my connections on LinkedIn and be like, yo, low key, remember when we used to work together? Hey, don't ever work with this person. They were a chief information officer, a CIO with us, and bam, 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 right? You're speaking about them bad, just as you would in the hood. But this could be about big time money and bigger positions. But that's how you blackball them. You limit opportunities because you have the pull to do so, or you have the people that have the pull. Sick.
Dreams and see us broken board. Blackball a nigga who gives a fuck, let him close the door. I never needed to fit in rooms like a clothing store. The go for sure.
Yo, I never needed to fit in, right? He's like the fitting room at the clothing store, right? I never need to try anything on. That's me. I know my size. I can eyeball it, right?
Hip hop's my bitch and she's spoken for way before I was spoken for.
she's spoken for, that means that that's my girl, right? There's an "Hey, no, bro, she's spoken for." That means, "Hey, nah, don't talk to my girl," right? In a polite way. Yo, I like what he's saying.
Go for sure. Hip hop's my bitch and she's spoken for way.
Hip hop's my bitch, right? Like Common says, hip hop is this, right? It's, hip hop's my girl. I'm married to the game, and she's spoken for, bro. I already claimed this. Sick.
Go for sure. Hip hop's my bitch and she's spoken for way before I was broken. Poor better days I was hoping for to get my bag up. I was bagging up, not the grocery store. I wasn't selling crack, bitch. I'm talking loud till my throat was sore.
Woo! Yo, listen to what he's saying, right? He said, yo, before I had anything and I wasn't shit, right? All I was doing I was just bagging up stuff, right? That's life of the hood, right? How does everybody get their first job, or what they do when they need to get money as they look to the drug game? What is it normally? It's that loud, right? It's that weed, that green. They're going to buy a little bit, whatever they can get, an ounce or a few ounces. But what they do is they bag it up as nicks and dimes so they can get the most for their money based on the quantity. And then they flip that, right? You sell it. Next time you can cop a little bit more. The more you buy, the better price you get. And also the more you make by selling it individually. So he's talking about the game. He said, yo, I was out there bagging, but I ain't working at the grocery store, right? I got that loud, just enough to make the throat sore, which is probably a great pausing moment. And let's get back to it.
I wasn't selling crack, bitch. I'm talking loud till my throat was sore. There's blood talk, vocal cords. These moving silence was low-key like I was bros with Thor. Cocaine in hell, I had Satan checking this stuff.
Yo, these cats out here were lucky, but like low-key. Like he knew Thor, right? Thor's brother, Loki. Lucky, though, to play on words. Yo, all right, bro, I see you, Montana 300. What's with the name? But I see you out here. Let's check this out. He's got my attention, right?
There's blood talk, vocal.
Oh, you gonna mess around and get the thought cap? All right, let's get back to it, though.
At the grocery store, I wasn't selling crack, bitch. I'm talking loud till my throat was sore. There's blood talk, vocal cords. These moving silence was low-key like I was bros with Thor. Cocaine in hell, I had Satan checking his thermostat. Jesus was in the streets with them gangsters, not where the church was at. They gotta learn to rap.
Yo, you hear what he's saying? Yo, I was in these streets. I wasn't in church. Jesus was in these streets, right? If when I'm calling the name of Jesus, I'm out here making moves, and I'm in a world of situations, right? I'm not praying to Jesus just in church. He's with me on these streets.
In the streets with them gangsters, not where the church was at. Thank God I learned to rap, came a long way from serving packs. Now I murder tracks, and my flow so potent the surface crack. I caught two bodies, I killed a pussy and murdered the cat. Now
Yo, he's sick with it. Listen to what he's saying, right? He said, I caught two bodies. I killed the pussy and I murked the cat, right? He off somebody. Yo, this is growing on me. Let's get back to it.
Now I murder tracks and my flow so potent the surface crack. I caught two bodies, I killed a pussy and murdered the cat. Now I bet them clowns know to stay they ass what the circus say. I told my sister to chase that back.
Yo, he said, now that you know that about me, right? These clowns know where to stay, where the circus at, bro. You could miss me with that bullshit. Because you know how I get down, right?
I killed a pussy and murdered the cat. Now I bet them clowns know to stay they ass where the circus at. I told my sister to chase that bag like a purse was smashed. Gave her a pistol straps on our waist like a Vertimax. Oh, they ain't tell you I'll put your ass on that television. Act like you deaf, I'll show you the meaning, that's definition. God let this dog.
The play on words, right? Act like you're deaf, like you can't hear me. But he said, I'm deaf. I give you the definition, but DEFINITION versus DEF, but the abbreviation is DEF, DEF. Did I get that right? INDEPEN. All right, let's get back to it.
Alicia told me you better get them. And while you at it, take demons out them. That's exorcism. Go be a host. Or they ain't tell you I'll put your ass on that television. Act like you deaf, I'll show you the meaning, that's definition. God let this dog off the leash and told me you better get them. And while you at it, take demons out them, that's exorcism. Go be a host for who needs it most and go bless the wicked. While giving jobs to my friends and family, that's nepotism. Not many where I'm from get to say that they left the trenches. Get took away by an early grave or the justice system. Pray my children of the future, don't let the devil trick them. Some people think you can't get to heaven unless you Christian. How you gonna teach me about a house that you never been in? Can't trust the soul, look at Satan, shit, even heaven sent them. War with the wolves.
Snapping, but yo, I always say that, right? One thing you learn early on in the game is, yo, don't get advice on how to buy a Lamborghini from somebody who's only driving a Camry. They don't know the advice to give you because they haven't, the world isn't the same for them. They don't have the same vision, right? You can't ask people, what France is like if they've never left their neighborhood, right? Come on now.
I make you learn to survive, find your purpose and thrive. This is a word from the wise. Let back the curtains, your blinds. I like to search till I find. You gotta dig for them diamonds. See, I'm just working the mines.
Working the mines.
You're strong, you're smart, and you're beautiful. Have self-respect, value queens, and let them influence you.
Yo, know who's influencing you, right? You're like the 4 or 5 people in your circle. Choose wisely, right? You might want to put her around some Nina Simone, some Ella Fitzgerald, some Etta James, some Lauryn Hill, right? Some fat Wigway, right? Look at in Toby's circle, right? Toby Nwigwe. Put them on somebody who's bringing some positivity and something nice, and they're just not talking about WAP, right? Yo.
See, I'm just working the mines. And to my daughter, you're strong, you're smart, and you're beautiful. Have self-respect, value queens, and let them influence you. Make sure the world always sees the same when they viewing you. And feelings that you have for the man you chosen is mutual.
Yeah. Know how to move in the world, right? And choose somebody. What does Nas say, right? Whatever you do, whoever you choose, make sure he's a thug. What does he say? Or in a pit bull too? No, he's intellectual in a pit bull. Make sure he's a thug and intellectual too. Yeah, right? The best of both worlds, right? You want someone that has some street smarts and has some sense and savviness to move and make moves as needed and handle their own if they're ever called, if their number's ever called, right? But they need to still be able to understand things on a higher level and understand the value of a quality education. Right? I always tell my kids and I tell people in this house, there's nothing wrong with being smart. There's nothing wrong with reading a book or claiming to be an intellectual. I will still roast that ass and I can still throw these hands. But I would also break down something on an intellectual level and have a great conversation with you. And it's like, yo, bro, don't raise your voice. Improve your argument, my dude, right? Let's debate. Let's debate the topic, right? But not the facts. Now we got off topic. Let's get back to it. It's the weed, bro.
That you have for the man you chosen is mutual.
Make sure he thinks like you.
Baby, cut him off or they rolling you.
Yeah.
No, don't let loyalty make a fool of you. If any man hurts you physically, it's his funeral. Big rounds, body in them, that's hula hoop. Be mindful of when you dress and queens don't perform for the presence. Her privacies for her king was.
Yo, be mindful who you're dressing for, right? And I use this in the same idea too. I always tell the kids, yo, dress for the job that you want, not the job that you're in, right? For people to see you differently. I don't care when I was younger and I was just a young sales guy, a business development or an account representative, right? And I always wear, people say, hey, yo, it's casual Friday. Hey, bro, even my guys used to roast me. Like, yo, B's always got a blazer on. B's coming with the elbow patches. But guess what? It helped me move throughout. And when they thought of a better position, I wanted to make sure that they thought of me, right? They thought of me as capable of being successful in that position because of the vision that I put out in the world. And he's saying the same thing, like, yo, make people see you for the queen that you are, right? And be consistent with it. Let them know where you stand and how to value you. Yo, sick with it. And a great message.
Some women don't get that message. A long clock, if you hear me, I hope you're done sleeping. Cut my head up through the darkness in case my son's peeking. Me, I'm just speaking life till I'm done breathing. And they say that pain doesn't leave until it's done teaching. Ain't nothing wrong with your heart, you need your brain fixed.
Woo.
Jesus Lubeck was the name of the first slave ship.
Yo, run that back. But yo, he said you need to we need to be re-educated, right? We don't even know our real history.
Speaking life till I'm done breathing. And they say that pain doesn't leave until it's done teaching. Ain't nothing wrong with your heart, you need your brain fixed. Jesus Lubeck was the name of the first slave ship. Tricked our ancestors, they tricking you with the same trick. They might as well get the whipping you with the same whip. I thought they shit on the press and said we ain't supposed to hear.
They don't call you slaves anymore. They call you criminals, right? And how are they able to oppress you without necessarily saying race?
The spirit, your actions, the antidote to fear. I'm dripping knowledge, there's so much of it to soak up here. Even heaven has snakes in it. Why would you think the coast is clear? If your homies did when you win and they pose to cheer.
Oh, not everyone is on your boat is rowing in the same direction, homie.
And if it ain't love, then don't come near. I know the ones who like learning life is gonna love this song. Real life begins at the end of your fucking comfort zone.
Yes.
My city fly, but to you
no change happens unless you get out of your comfort zone, right? You gotta push yourself always.
may look like nothing's wrong. What you know about being locked up, hoping your woman's strong? Or hearing grown men crying cause they ain't coming home. Calling for God, but the number's wrong. They judge us wrong. They label us as the bad boy, no puffy combs. You gotta know when to fall back like summer's gone. Cut niggas off with the thickness after that cover's blown. And bitches plot when your money long, put that rubber on. We never know when we looking right in the liar's face. These bitches burning, don't put your wood in that fireplace.
Woo! Listen to what he's saying, bro. He said these bitches burning, don't put your wood in their fireplace, right? And she's burning, it's probably burning when she's pee, bro. She's out there dirty. She got that itch, bro. Right? He said, don't put your wood in that fireplace. Think of that wood when you're giving a girl, what does Bernie Mac say? The dick, right? You're putting the wood in her fireplace. Don't do it, bro. You're going to be burning. Sick with it.
We never know when we looking right in the liar's face. These bitches burning, don't put your wood in that fireplace.
When that beat comes in.
Keep a shooter at my son's games. Don't play around and turn a gym into a gun range. A couple bucks will get you chops changed.
A couple bucks, bro. A lot of people don't realize, like, it's just a couple conversations at the barbershop, homie. Someone will fuck around and be like, you pay what for what? Everybody knows somebody, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Place. Devin Booker, keep a shooter at my son's games. Don't play around and turn a gym into a gun range. Or a couple bucks will get you chops changed. Drums bang, your family scrubbing that blood stains. Boy, all that praying gonna get you put on the front page. Line them up and let the hate off you bitches like lunch trays. I ain't no producer, I just blaze. I've been a savage,
just
I
blaze?
death at a young age. It's funny that they say rest in peace once I blast and kill him. But no one told him to live in peace while his ass was living.
Woo! Keep your mouth shut.
The only thing on this rapper's mind is mastermind. I'm just giving game like I'm passing down. Rappers can't.
This guy is straight killing it. Listen to what he said, right? He said, they're saying about rest in peace. They should have told him to live in peace. Leave easy, right? Keep my name out your mouth, bro.
On the front page, line them up and let the hate off you bitches like lunch trays. I ain't no producer, I just blaze.
Just blaze?
I've been a savage, I witnessed death at a young age. It's funny that they say rest in peace once I blast and kill him. But no one told him to live in peace while his ass was living. Been about black before Zach was hollering out Mastodon. The only thing on this rapper's mind is mastermind. I'm just giving game like I'm passing down. Rappers can't even fathom half of this shit in this bag of mine.
They don't even know.
I left the trap behind. To get it bustin', I had to grind, flow alkaline.
Full battery.
God, I ain't have to sign. Now as you can see, I ball on them, magnifying sauce they never seen. Like when Marty McFly went back in time, baggy pants when it's hammer time. Album cover, Black Samurai in my prime like I'm Amazon, dropping bombs on them Palestine. Never thought like the average mind, niggas crabs like the cancer sign. Always going in, yet you worried about where the fuck I'm from. I'm one of one and I'm balling hard like I'm one and done. From Chicago, he goated, it's something like about.
You from Chicago, bro? I'm from Chicago. Bro, he's killing this. Shout out. He said people always questioning where he's from, right? I had some cat in the comments who was like, are you Jewish? Man, sit your ass down. That's as hard as you gonna come, bro, with that bull. Get your ass.
About him. He kicking knowledge and wisdom, what you don't like about him. Oh, praise the God, the creator, could fit your life without about them. Just because they write about them doesn't mean they write about them.
Whoa. The play on words, don't just because they write about him doesn't mean that they're right about his character.
No, that's just the thing. Yeah, y'all might call me a master, y'all might call me the rap guy, y'all might call me the best, but don't ever think that I'm satisfied where I'm at. Don't ever think that I'm not still adding to what you already salute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my mentality as a rap guy. I can do it. What Tupac say? It takes skill to be real, time to heal each other. Like, some niggas don't know how to rap and teach. Some niggas don't know how to rap and heal. It's just, man, all I know I talk about is this shit I've been talking about. These cars, this money, these bitches doing these drugs, blah, blah. And it's like, they don't possess that skill.
Ooh, yo. Thanks, bro. In the comments is how I heard about this cat. I literally just learned about this cat about 20 minutes ago, right? And I'm like, Montana 300 rap god. I put it in like it was just one big quote. Like, who the hell is this? I still don't know how this cat looks. I wouldn't recognize him if we were sitting in the Little Caesars line together and shit, right? I don't know anything about him. Yo, he straight killed this in Rap God, and I love what he's saying there about being intellectual and rhyming. Yo, that's sick. That's what I'm about. That's like exactly the type of stuff we want to see on this channel, right? Someone is doing different, bringing something different to the table, switching it up a little bit, right? We've been going over Tyler, the Creator, Nas, Kanye, Joyner Lucas, right? Just somebody, Toby Nwigwe. And yo, let's add this guy to the category. I'm excited to look at some of his new work. Man, feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully I got all of that right, but I look forward to checking out his new music. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're a fan.